Hello, I'm gonna give everybody a little bit of time to come on, and hopefully I won't be by myself tonight. I'm gonna even turn off this light here. Oh, a little bit more comfortable, not so bright. Anyway, so we'll wait a few minutes and see if anybody pops on. I hope so, and if not, then I have a couple of things that I'll cover. And I didn't receive any emails, but I know it was short notice. There we go. Hello, Carolyn. Yay, thank you. Now I'm not all alone. Hi, Sedalia. Yay, I'm not going to be alone. I was so terrified that I was going to come on and nobody would be here, and it would be just nothing but crickets. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, see, and I can read it. I was also concerned that I wouldn't be able to read if anybody typed in questions, and I can, so great, awesome. It's going to work. This is not my comfort zone, so I am stepping out. I am not one that enjoys doing these videos and these live things, but I know that they are needed and required, so I do them. Yay! Hey, Lily. All right, we'll give it a few more seconds. Let's see what time. Okay, we've been on for almost a minute and a half, so I will go. I have a question. I've been taking iron, and now I'm constipated. Oh, no, it's not necessary for you to take iron, actually. I mean, unless your doctor's telling you that it's necessary for you to take iron. I would, if your doctor says that it's necessary, then yes. I mean, I'm not going to trump your doctor. But if you're just taking it because you think you need it, then I would probably go off it, or maybe go every other day or every 3 days, because, yeah, it definitely will make constipation worse in phase 2. So great, yeah, I'd go off of it, and you know the issue with the whole magnesium, so you know how to work in the magnesium to take care of it. Magnesium helps with constipation in phase 2, because a lot of us suffer from constipation in phase 2. So we just get right into the good stuff with this. So taking anywhere from 600 to 800 milligrams of magnesium can help stay regular. So anyway, I've got a list here, and first I was going to go with expectations. I've had some really great phone calls this week, and one of them, I was talking to a lady, and she was saying how, you know, she set herself up with very realistic expectations, and I was really, really happy to hear that, because so many times I hear women that get on the protocol, and, you know, they have heard and been told that they can lose a pound a day, which you do some days, and other days you only lose, you know, 2 ounces. And so on an average, from beginning to end, it's normal to lose anywhere from a half a pound to a pound a day. And so setting a realistic expectation when you're getting ready to start a round is start with a half a pound a day. You know, if you're doing a 30-day round and you only expect to lose 15 pounds, then when you lose 20, you're going to be really happy. But if you only lose 12, you're going to be really upset. So, you know, it really helps to set realistic expectations. And I've always found, you know, expect under, then be happy if it goes over, instead of expecting 30 pounds in 30 days and only losing the 15. That would be really frustrating. So, Lily, isn't some level of constipation normal during HCG? Yes, it is. That's why I recommend taking magnesium, Lily, anywhere from 600 to 800. And you have to pretty much feel it out. I have chronic constipation anyway, so I have to take 1,000 milligrams all the time, HCG or not. So kind of feel it out. I know some people, they took like 800 and then ended up with, you know, the opposite, and uncomfortable gurgly tummy. So you have to kind of figure out what's comfortable for your body. If you go more than 4 days without having a bowel movement, then I recommend getting a bottle of magnesium citrate. You can get it from your local pharmacy, you know, drugstore, and drink half the bottle, wait 4 hours, and then drink the other half. And you should be taken care of. You'll start going, and then start taking the regular magnesium daily to keep you nice and regular through. Can you take HCG before colonoscopy? I mean, you're having a colonoscopy during your HCG round. I'm trying to remember. They make you drink a bunch of, you know, if you can schedule it off of phase 2, I would. Only because it really is going to mess with things, because you have to, yeah, Cassandra, you have to, I mean, if you can schedule it to where you're not on phase 2, then I would, but if you have to do your best through it, you know, you have to take the magnesium citrate to clean yourself out. And I'm trying to remember what kind of medications they might give you. I don't think there's anything that would be off protocol for you to have a colonoscopy. It just might mess up your eating schedule, because, you know, you have to not eat the day before and clean out and everything before the colonoscopy. I love how we got involved right in poop conversations right off the bat. So, but are you able to schedule the colonoscopy when you're in phase 3? It would be a little bit better. So anyway, so expectations, expect low and be happy when you reach higher losses, instead of expecting higher losses and being super depressed and stressed out when you, okay, Cassandra, go ahead and, you know, do your best. I mean, it's a day or two out of your phase 2 round, you know, eat right going into it. And then, and then, you know, get right back into eating correctly afterwards is what I'd recommend. So next, stress, which if you set correct and reasonable expectations, you won't deal with as much stress. Stress causes your body to produce cortisol, which then causes your body to hold on to fat. And it's a hormone, and it really is counterproductive during HCG. But when you start around, and I hear this so often with everyone I talk to, is, you know, they've been told that they can lose these amazing amounts, which, oh, sorry, I did something horrible. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Okay. I touched my computer and it's doing things. Oh, now it's messing up who I can see. Just a second. Go away. Go away. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So unrealistic expectations can cause for some serious stress during your protocol, during stall weeks especially, because, you know, you get in your head, I've got to lose 30 pounds during this round, and every day has to count, and now I'm not losing any weight. And so you start stressing, you're not sleeping, you're trying all kinds of goofy tricks that people are posting on these Facebook groups for you to try. I mean, I've even heard some, you know, to do a macadamia nut day in the middle of phase 2, and that just won't work. And I did actually, there were some people that volunteered to try it, and it ended up miserably for them. So I would recommend just try, if you set your expectations, you know, in a nice, correct, reasonable expectations, then your stress level is going to be lower, because you're just like, okay, I have 30 days to lose 15 pounds. I can get up every day and see the progress, and I'm reaching towards my goal. I personally stopped even setting a goal for my weight loss during a round. I just was like, I'm going to do my very best every day. I'm going to stay on protocol. And by the end of the 30 days, I'm going to be happy with whatever I lose. Now, I understand the fact that I only have 10 or 15 pounds to lose. It's a lot easier for me to do that. Whereas somebody who's got, you know, 50 pounds to lose, and they really want to get as much off as possible. But stress actually causes your body to hold on to fat instead of, you know, release it. So if you can just try to stay in a non-stressful place in your head and know that, you know, there's no other protocol where you're going to lose, you know, a half a pound to a pound a day. And so if you do it right and you just stay calm, you're going to actually lose better than if you get stressed out. Anybody else have any questions? You guys, I'm just talking away. So stalls, once again, something else that adds to stress is our lovely stalls that we deal with, you know. And, you know, I've been monitoring this for a very long time, working with hundreds and hundreds of women. And stalls, it's just the weirdest thing how there's a couple of different things. Day 10 to day 16, right around in there, you hit a couple of day stalls, up to a week sometimes. For the people who do 40-day rounds, and this is personally why I like 40-day rounds, is because I always would hit a stall around day 20, day 22 that would last till day 25 or so. And the last thing I wanted to do was end my round right after a stall. So I like that I had another 20 days, you know, on HCG to continue to start losing again, to do a 40-day round. For some bizarre reason, and I still have never been able to figure this one out, why people stall right before they go down from 200 down to 199. And the only thing is, I can think maybe it's a memory weight or something, but it's the most bizarre thing. I hear it so often that people get stuck at 200 pounds and they spend like 3 or 4 days going from 200, 200 and a half, 201 down to 200 again. And it takes like 5 or 6 days for them to get down to 199. And so I can't explain it. It's just something that ends up happening, and it's frustrating. Let's see. Hi, Carolyn, again. Let's see. You're on day 2 of your stall. Yep. And you've prepared yourself emotionally that it might break on Monday. So you've given yourself a padding, which is great, you know, that, and chances are, because you're staying calm with it, you're going to end up, you know, the stall will break before Monday. So, with the stalls too, memory weight is one of the things. You know, if you're on protocol and you're in a stall, it's your body's processing something, and it could be a memory weight that you spent a lot of time at, and you know, there you go. So now you stalled and even go up, yeah, 1.5 pounds, and then you'd lose it the next day. Yeah, the roller coaster stall week. It really is frustrating, but just know that it's really normal. And it's, if you're sticking to protocol, then there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, if you go more than 4 days where the scale hasn't moved, then you can go ahead and do an apple day. Dr. Simeon says that it's primarily psychological, and I tend to agree with him. What I've seen with, you know, the people I've worked with, they'll get frustrated, they'll do an apple day, they'll lose 1 pound or so, but then they continue to stall for a couple more days. And so it's not like they really picked up any extra time or gained anything. It's like the same as what they would have done if they would have just stayed to protocol. And personally, I mean, the apples made me sick. I've tried it. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa is from Australia. So glad you can make it. What time is it there? So let's see if she answers. I know it's opposite. She's usually coming on in the evenings and signing off in the mornings. So cheating. Oh, you know, cheating. And most of you ladies that are on here, you're the good ones. I haven't heard a lot of cheating with you guys. You know, cheating, people think that with cheating, you're just, oh, you know, I'm just going to not lose for a couple of days. And, oh, it's around 9:45. Is that 9:45 p.m.? Oops, or a.m. So you're just getting up and getting started with your day. I'm so glad you joined us. Anyway, with cheating, you know, people think, oh, you know, I just ate a little something off of protocol, and, you know, it affected my losses for a couple of days. But what you don't realize is, with the science behind the HCG protocol and the resetting of the hypothalamus and the metabolism, cheating actually is disrupting your entire reset process. And you're going backwards. And lots of times when people cheat throughout their protocol, they end up gaining their weight back no matter what they try, because they've not stuck to the protocol for the 23, you know, minimum of 23 days, not stuck to the protocol. So they never really reset their hypothalamus. And chances are, if they cheated during phase 2, they're going to cheat during phase 3 and never maintain their phase 3 weight anyway. And they end up gaining all of their weight back. So, I mean, cheating, it's just not worth it. Oh no, Lily, okay, we need to talk. You've cheated for 3 days. Is it around your cycle, or what's making you cheat? Because, yeah, it's just so detrimental to your whole process that, you know, if we can help you stop cheating. And I know a lot of people, there's like the food addictions where, you know, you get started and you just can't. Yes, Lily, I'm very, very proud of you for just being honest, and sorry if I just called you out, but no, we want to help you to get you back on track. You know, and a lot of people, like, especially if you introduce carbs or sugars back in, it's just horrible. Yeah, that's hard. The work meetings I can help you with. I mean, honestly, in fact, I was just working on my program. I'm putting together an online HCG program, and I was actually just going over a module on eating out. And with work meetings where they're providing the food, you pretty much have to bring your own food. And if that means sneaking away and eating before everybody's in there and just having a glass of water or, you know, sparkling water or something with you while everyone else is eating, you know, you're probably going to get some comments, and you just let them know, hey, you know, I'm on a detox, or I'm, you know, I'm just, you know, that kind of food it doesn't make me feel good, and I'm going to eat my own food, something like that. Bad family news. I'm so sorry to hear that, and unfortunately, you know, those of us that have, you know, the stress eating habit, that's really tough. And so I hope things get better, and yes, I hope, you know, that you're able to, you know, I hope you're able to get back on it. But if not, then you know, depending on how many days you've been on it, but if you've got a lot of stress going on in your life right now, sometimes it's almost best just to, you know, go to phase 3 eating and start at a better time when your head's in it. Carolyn, in January, it wasn't going well, right? And she decided not to waste her HCG and build up an immunity, and she stopped for a couple of weeks and then really got her head around starting again. So sometimes, I mean, if you have stuff going on in your life that's unavoidable, and you know you're going to continue cheating, you know that you're not going to be able to pull it back together, then it's best that you're not on the HCG, because you're just causing havoc in your body, you know, chemically, hormonally in your body. So it's best to let it go, and, you know, just freeze what you've got left and start fresh when things have calmed down a little bit. You know, there's just some circumstances that we cannot, you know, get around or prevent. And if it's going to be something that's going to cause you to eat off protocol for an extended period of time, then it's not worth wasting your time or your money with the HCG. And it's not like it's something that you can go back to later. So once again, I'm real sorry you're going through some stuff, and I hope it gets better soon. So let's see here. Oh, of course, then I added some stuff on that is not notes. So anyway, those are the notes that I had. Does anyone have any other questions? Crickets. Oh, what we've been on. Oh, you're welcome, Lily. You know, if you need to talk through it or anything, on the welcome post, there's a link that you can schedule a time for a call with me, and you and I can have a phone call, and maybe we can talk through, and I can maybe give you some strategies to work through it, or if you need to, you know, extend to stop this round and start again later. Carolyn, okay, so your biggest issue is you're still not hungry, and it's so hard to eat. I know, boy, this has been an awesome time for Carolyn. She's not hungry at all, but the problem is she's not getting in. And you know, there's a balance there, because I mean, in Dr. Simeon's, it does say, you know, that you can go without the eating, but most people I find that eat, you know, 350, 400 calories or less a day, they end up stalling. I mean, I have to be honest, there were days that I wasn't hungry and I would get maybe 430 calories in, and I lost weight there. So I think that's fine, but if you're down in the 300s, you really do need to force yourself to at least get some protein into your body, because you don't want your body going into starvation mode. So normally I start this, Vanessa, every Thursday. I think if there's a desire for it, I'm going to try to do it every Thursday. I might do every other Thursday to start with. But I mean, if people are interested, I will definitely do it every week. Just set the time aside. So you've been the same. It's hard to get the 500. You know, honestly, like I said, there were a lot of times that 430 was many calories as I got in for the day. So if, you know, as long as you're over 400, I think you're going to be fine. But if you're down in the 300s, definitely try to get some more protein in. You have the Pure Mic injections. Yes. How often should you take them? Those you can take twice a week. You can take them, and that's just the plain Mic. I think you're the only one that's ever gotten the plain Mic. You can take them twice a week, 1 full milliliter in intramuscular, and I like to do my B12 and MIC on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So you can, you know, pick 2 days that are 72 hours apart ish and do those 2 days. Okay, let's see. Today you had small servings of cottage cheese, an apple, and 1 cup spinach, and it was hard. Yeah, I know. I'm concerned. I want to make sure that, yeah, you don't go into starvation mode, Carolyn. So I'd really like for you to try. And your B12, how often? Same. You can mix the B12. This is what I would recommend. If you've got B12 and MIC in separate bottles, do a 1/2 milliliter of B12 and a 1/2 milliliter, so 0.5 B12 and 0.5 MIC. So it is a full milliliter. And actually I told you wrong, because if it's, okay. Do you have 2 separate bottles, Cassandra? No, Carolyn, I wouldn't change your dose. I would keep your dose. The fact that you're not hungry is a great thing. I would hate for it to flip and you be ravenously starving. So no, it's better to be no hungry. You have 2 different bottles. Okay, Cassandra, and I hope I'm not jumping around too much. And you guys, constructive criticism's great. I'm not good at this, so I'm doing my best. So just let me know if I need to, you know, do something better. 2 separate bottles, I think the best thing for you to do would be to do 0.5 in the syringe of the B12 and 0.5 of the MIC, so that you have a full syringe of, hold on just a second. Where do we got them? So just take your B12 bottle and go, you know, that much with the MIC, and then the rest with the B12, so it's the full syringe, and inject it twice a week. That way it's 1 injection, you know, 2 times a week instead of 4 injections a week, because, yeah, who wants to put big needles in 4 times a week? So, Sandra, mixing it half and half and injecting both at the same time. Sarah, I appreciate it. I was very nervous, so I appreciate that all of you lovely ladies that I have actually had some great conversations with are on here with me. It makes me feel a lot better. Okay, great. Yeah, it makes me feel a lot more confident, and so thank you. I appreciate it. So anyway, let's see. I think that's it. I've kept you guys on for almost a half an hour, and I truly, truly appreciate all of you for showing up, because I was terrified that nobody would be on here and I'd have to try to talk for a lengthy period of time. So be thinking of questions and email them to me or write them down and meet me here again. Maybe I'll do a poll in the group to see if people want to do every Thursday or every other Thursday. We'll kind of see how it works out. And yeah, it really is nice to have everybody. What I'd like to do eventually is, I heard that Zoom is actually coming out with a product where you can do a Zoom call where we can all be on it together and we can see each other's faces, so it's not just me talking. And that it can be a Zoom live and go live on Facebook. So I'm going to be looking into that a little bit more too. So it'll evolve as we go along and see how it works out. I mean, I really like Zoom because that way you guys can actually be on there talking with me, and I kind of do better when I'm in a conversation instead of just yakking to myself. So, or, you know, to your question. So anybody else with anything real quick? I heard my husband just pulled up, so that makes, I'm going to be going into dinner mode here real quick. But I look like crap. I know. That's always my problem too, is, you know, I'm like, oh, I should do a live video. Oh, I have to go take a shower. So you were, Lily, you used the Zoom live that goes live on Facebook, or just Zoom? Because we could always do the Zoom call, and then I think we could, after the Zoom call, we can post it into the group too. So, but I think it'd be fun just to have, I mean, that way we'd all know on Thursdays we have to clean up and, you know, put a little makeup on, although I don't put any makeup on. So yeah, I'm very, very low maintenance. I don't wear makeup. Not on Facebook, just Zoom. Yeah, so we may just do a Zoom. Maybe I'll do a poll. I'll do that poll, and if we want to do every other Thursday or every Thursday, and if we want to use Zoom or Facebook Live, we'll kind of see, you know, what everybody's interested in doing. I do know that it's nicer not to have your face if you know your face showing if you don't like how you look that day. But it would be nice to kind of get to know everybody in the group, and, you know, instead of just the profile picture, actually get to know their faces and voices, and as, you know, as other people around the world, which is really cool that we're able to do this. So, well, if nobody else has any questions, then I'm probably going to sign off for tonight. And I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me with this. It made me feel so much better. Next Thursday or the next one I schedule, I'll feel a lot better about it. So just hope you all join me again, because this has been actually really fun. I appreciate it. I appreciate being there. You go. Signing off with follow protocol. I love Carolyn has made a hashtag follow protocol, and boy, if nothing else, that is the most important thing. You know, Dr. Simeon said in Pounds and Inches that how will you, if you do cheat and do little things here and there, that, you know, oh, I still lost, but I cheated, but how you actually really know how well you could have done if you'd have stuck to it perfectly. So just think about that the next time you think about trying something rogue or off protocol, is how much better could you have done? How much better results could you have seen if you'd have just stayed on the protocol? So thank you guys all for your time. You guys all have a great evening. I really appreciate it. And I will be looking forward to our next live call. Take care. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.